Chattanooga has won a lot of girls basketball games over the last 4 seasons, and Jordan Dimke has been right in the middle of all that. But she's also been in the middle of a lot of successful sports teams at Chattanooga. Let's take a look at our Overtime Spotlight story brought to you by Rockford Career College. Being a standout athlete in one sport is impressive. Being a standout in 4, that's nearly unheard of. Chattanooga senior Jordan Dimke isn't just versatile, she's dominant. Jordan has been a part of conference championship teams in basketball, volleyball, and girls flag football. In track and field, she's reached the podium at the state level, placing 2nd, 3rd, and 5th in the high jump. Calling her a standout athlete might actually be underselling it.
It's really just a matter of being active and being in everything that I love to do. With basketball, just anticipating the passes helped with flag football, and when I played safety to go get interceptions, and so I had quite a few of those, and just like the quick changes in speed from basketball help, and just starts with track and just the explosiveness.
On the basketball court, Dimke has scored more than 1,000 career points as a 4-year varsity starter, helping lead Chattanooga to 3 straight NIC-10 championships. In volleyball, she's tallied over 100 career kills, while adding yet another conference title to her resume. Last year, Chattanooga launched its girls flag football program, and Dimke quickly found a new passion. She became an all-conference receiver, helping the Indians capture, you guessed it, another NIC-10 championship.
After this year, I think my favorite sport is probably flag football.
Her basketball coach Jason Brunke is also her flag football coach, and he says Dimke is truly one of a kind.
First of all, she's a tremendous athlete. I think anybody who's had the great opportunity to watch her play any of these sports over the last 4 years, it just jumps off the field. She's one of those, people that I think we all grew up with that, could walk into a room and be one of the best players on the field or in the court or whatever it might be. And the young kids like to come out and watch our girls play, and they love to watch Jordan play, and they want to be the next Jordan. And I think that just kind of creates that foundation and that legacy to make sure that it continues.
But behind the championships, the stats, and the accolades, there's something deeper driving Jordan Dimke. Her passion for sports comes from her late father, Scott Dimke, who passed away in December of 2023. Every time Jordan steps onto a court or a field, she does so with him in mind, carrying the lessons, the support, and the love that shaped her athletic journey. For Jordan Dimke, the game has always meant more than just winning.
Yeah, he was a big volleyball fan, so I started out doing volleyball, and he made me fall in love with it. I loved volleyball. After that sophomore year, because it was mid-basketball season when he passed, but that next coming year flag football came to Chattanooga, but I really wanted to do volleyball one more year just to honor him and his love, and so I pushed through that year, and then this year switched to flag football. My best friend for Christmas that exact year got me charms to put on my shoelaces for any of my sports that I do with pictures of him and I on it. So I normally have those on my shoes.
But this year, they might have the 2 best all-around players in the conference, Ben Bucher and Eric Roman. We spotlight them tonight in our Spotlight segment, brought to you by Rockford Career College. When it rains, it pours, and when there's lightning, there's thunder. In Belvedere North, the Blue Thunder have one of the best duos in the state. Eric Roman and Ben Bucher will both play Division I football next year. But over the past 4 years, they've terrorized the NIC-10 on both sides of the ball. Roman and Bucher have been teammates in many sports, dating all the way back to middle school.
I don't know, we've just always been kind of connected through sports. We've played sports together since 6th grade, yeah. Football, basketball, track, we've kind of done it all together, and we've always known each other, have a good connection.
Eric Roman won the NIC-10 Defensive MVP award last year after nearly winning it as a sophomore. Meanwhile, Bucher broke the NIC-10 rushing average with 18 yards per carry, and he also rushed for 18 touchdowns. Bucher is committed to play at Air Force Academy, and Roman has a few Division I offers and could play in the Ivy League with his 4.1 GPA. The duo playmakers are game changers on both sides of the ball. And when you're on the sideline and he's going in, he's got the play offensively and he averages 20 yards per carry. Are you just waiting and you're expecting for him to break one off? Is it like a surprise when he breaks one off?
Yeah.
Or when you're watching that, are you just like, oh, yeah, there he goes?
I mean, I think we have the same reaction for both of us. We just, whenever we see a big play from each other, it's just like another day, I guess.
Eric's great, man. Both sides of the ball, offense and defensive. I mean, defensive, he's just going out there trying to rip people's heads off. I mean, he's just, every single play he's giving 100% effort. And then offensively, he's just such a hard runner. I mean, you need like 3 or 4 people to take him down each time he gets the ball. So, I mean, I think that's kind of just like what makes us so good together, because each time, whenever I'm in or whenever he's in, I mean, they just got to always be like on edge. And sometimes when we're both in, I don't know what they do.
Aggression is the tone that they play with, but they believe they are able to play that way because of their chemistry.
You know, having Ben or Antoine or Jackson or any of those guys back there, like, I could be reckless and make those plays because I know those guys have my back regardless of like a big play. Let's say I miss. Like, those guys are going to have my back, so I can be reckless and be me.
Having Eric on our team just defensively, I mean, it makes my job easier as strong safety when he's in front of me. So he's getting to the run before me, and it's just, I see him doing great, and he's always been like that. Sophomore year, I think he honestly could have got defensive MVP also. I mean, he was up there, he was all conference.
Luckily, they are teammates, but there is some friendly competition between the Blue Thunder duo.
You guys, Oklahoma drill, your defense, he's offense. Walk me through what's going on there.
Well, I think Ben's going to say the same answer, but me personally, I'm going to win that rep. That's just how I'm built.
So you're telling me if you guys run Oklahoma drill, you're winning the rep there?
Yes.
Is there a chance he's shaking you in the open field?
I think he's got me on that. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'm quick. I can change direction pretty fast, but he's a lot faster than I am. He's also pretty physical, so that's a tough tackle in the open field. With his size and speed, that's pretty tough.
When you watch a Belvedere North game, it seems like those two guys are just everywhere. Devon Grant is the big man on campus at DeKalb High School in terms of his size and talent. The next few years, Grant will be roaming the campus at the University of Illinois with the Fighting Illini. I caught up with Grant for our Spotlight story, brought to you by Rockford Career College.
A sticker on the back of a helmet represents a lot for one of DeKalb's best players. The orange eye is displayed on the helmet of DeKalb's Devon Grant, one of the best players in the entire state. And Grant will represent the state at the next level in Champaign next year.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really that challenging, you know. First couple of offers came through, getting texts, follows, everything from different coaches from different schools. There were some gives and tells that schools gave me that helped me make my decisions. That's another reason why I chose U of I too, because they see my vision, they understand, and they know how to utilize me and my size at the receiver position.
The 6'4", 200-pound high school senior has all the physicality traits and more. Head coach Derek Schneeman believes Devon could play very soon into his collegiate career in Champaign.
He's like a once-in-a-generation type kid, type talent that you get as a coach, and you know, obviously we're thrilled to have him. You know, he's going to go to Illinois, and I wouldn't be surprised if he played right away or played early. You know, from a physical standpoint, I think he's ready. You know, he's got the size certainly and the physicality to his game. But also mentally, he's willing to work hard.
But before Grant takes his trip south to become a Fighting Illini, he has unfinished business for his high school career. Last year as a junior, he had 67 receptions for 1,106 yards alongside 7 touchdowns. And even as a sophomore, he was an honorable mention for the All-State team. Although he's a true receiver and will go to the next level as one, he's also an incredible athlete. And because of that, he has even stepped in as the running back this season. And when he's not rushing or receiving, you might think he's catching his breath, but that's just not the case. You'll find him on the defensive side of the ball as a safety, and he's so confident in his abilities on both sides of the ball, he believes at some point into his career, he could play both positions at the next level.
Defensively, you know, maybe collegiate level, second year, third year, you know, I might try to be like a secondary safety or something.
Grant puts in a ton of work on and off the field, but the Chicago-born native also credits his incredible athletic abilities to his basketball career. That career which will come to an end as he leaves for campus during the high school basketball season.
Man, basketball has been a key part. You know, basketball is the main reason why my name's out there and everything. So, you know, it's kind of hard to say goodbye to the sport, but I know it's not like a forever goodbye.
Anything can happen over the next 10 years, but if there's one thing Devon Grant sees himself doing in a decade, it is exactly what he's doing now. playing football.
10 years from now, I really do see myself either still playing, hopefully playing football, Lord willing, in the NFL still, coming to a retirement soon, hopefully. Or maybe not, still like being LeBron in the other NFL, playing for like 15 more years.
Special teams make special plays, and it all starts with one position, the long snapper. Long snapping is one of, if not the most overlooked positions in all of sports, but it is a vital position to tack on extra points, score field goals, and allow punters time to set up their defense with a good kick. Only a few players in high school, college, and the pros can consistently snap the perfect ball, but one player in the state line is so good at it, he will be snapping at the next level. Meet Boylan's Gabe Vernetti. He's the #1 ranked long snapper in the state and the 26th in the entire country. Gabe also plays center and defensive tackle for Boylan.
So I started long snapping when I was young. It was like the first thing that my dad taught me how to do besides playing center. And this year I realized I want to play college football anywhere. It doesn't matter where. And I started taking it serious this year and going to ranking camps.
Many collegiate scouts don't travel across the country for special team players, so many of those players have to travel to the team. Gabe went to many camps showing his skills.
My first time going to one was in Chicago in January, and I charted the worst score in like the history there. So from there they have a national camp in Tennessee, and it's everybody gets the invite through there. There's a lot of kids there. I think there is close to 300 snappers there. That was my 5th camp, and by that time I was a 4.5 star, and I was 50th in the country, and that's when I got #1 in Illinois and 26th in the country.
When people think about the difficulty and degree of many positions across the football team, the technique and mechanics are arguably even more difficult as a long snapper.
So there's a lot of different things. It's kind of like you go to a certain trainer and you could go to another trainer and they'll teach you 2 different things. It's all preference and it's all physics too. It's all how you're holding your hands on the ball, how the ball spins. If the ball spins more, it's faster, and you want to keep it on a flat angle. The one thing I always tell people is if they don't know the long snapper's name, they're doing a good job.
Vernetti will find himself as a North Dakota State Bison next season, and he plans on turning his passion and hard work into his dream career.
I do see myself getting to the NFL one day, and that's my motivation, is being there, and that's where I want to get to from North Dakota State.
1, 2, 3, dominate! Let's get it!
The Harlem Huskies have had 17 straight winning seasons and 16 straight playoff appearances. Last year, they graduated the Nicktoons' all-time rushing leader, Jamani Muhammad. But the Huskies also returned a ton of experienced players and added transfers. They returned over 19 upperclassmen.
We lose that one special guy, but we have a lot of guys that are hungry to step into that position and fill that productivity for us. And I think we're a little bit deeper and stronger in other spots as well.
They have some big boys in the trenches with a lot of depth. Tyson Hill, Gage Stuckey, Paul Weidman, and transfer Jacob Ortiz are just a few of the big boys they have ready to go. Depth and size is a plus this year.
We've got probably 8 to 9 really quality guys that could start any other given year, but we're gonna try to find our best 5 and try to win a lot of games with that group.
And Harlem isn't short of playmakers. They have a ton of talent. Speedster Dwayne Broom returns and expects a big role this year. Harlem also welcomes in Ladorius Foster, a junior transfer from Oak Lawn. They also bring in Giante Williams from Boylan. These guys should add to the backfield. Williams is a back with some great size and power to add to the speed. QB1 will be sophomore Braxton Fawcett. Lucky for him, he's got a lot of talent surrounding him.
Pretty good. I'm just go out, ball out, do what Dwayne Broom doing. Just go out there and do my thing.
On offense, we should just be dominant. I mean, we got the big linemen, fast backfield.
Yeah, we definitely got a lot of talent this year. We'll be switching guys in and out all the time. Having fresh bodies for sure. That's a big part of it. You're only as strong as your weakest link, I think. And we're making sure everybody is up to shape and everybody's got their plays in and just doing their job.
First team all-conference as a sophomore, Jackson Cook returns for another big season, and now he has a stud mirroring the other side. East transfer LeBron McLillan adds to what should be the best corner duo in the state line. Also, linebacker Briar Craig led the team with an astounding 96 tackles last season. This is a well-rounded Harlem team, and they should be set for another winning season in the Nick 10.
Me and Bond are really good teammates. We go really well together, and if they're not throwing my way, they're going to throw his. So it's going to be the same thing as I was doing last year on his side this time. So it'll be good for both of us to be on the field at the same time.
You are watching Lena Winslow 1A State Championship on WTVO and WQRF. Let's go, Lena!
Lena Winslow got off to a quick start in the 1A State Championship game. The Lewin Special Teams gets the block party started. Jeremiah Utsi blocks the punt, and the Panthers take over inside the 5. That's when Aiden Wild would punch it in. He had 5 touchdowns and 170 yards in the game. Brown County could not stop the thunder of Wild, nor the lightning of Alex Schlichting. Lewin led 30-0 early in the second quarter. Following a Brown County TD, Wild serves up a nasty stiff arm to high-step his way into the end zone. Lena Winslow's starters didn't even make it through a full 3 quarters. Aiden Wild gets his second state ring with this 50-yard touchdown run. Lewin's first team was benched after leading 52-13 in the 3rd quarter. The second team held on for a 58-13 state championship win in Class 1A.
Feels awesome. All the work we put into this is finally all coming together. I wouldn't want to do it with a different group. We've grinded all year for this moment right here, and we capitalized.
Feels good, you know, 3rd time's a charm. Hopefully next year, just do it again and don't have to lose. But I'm really happy, really excited in front of our team.
Close one door, you know, you open another door, and that door was Aiden Wild. And today, we had both doors open, and it obviously showed on the scoreboard.
I mean, I had a feeling the first drive when we just kept shoving it down and we were going to have a good day, and that's what happened.
We really felt that we could dominate them up front, and I think we showed that early on, and our kids were just tremendous today.
Rockford Park District put together the Rockford football training camp this year, and Bears running back Roshan Johnson took part in the free football camp that had kids ages 5 to 14 in Rockford.
1, 2, 3, hard work!
Hundreds of youngins took part in the event, and they weren't the only ones getting in on the fun. Some of our local high school coaches and players helped lead the event to help the young kids look up to. Roshan believes he wouldn't be where he is today without events like this when he was growing up.
Yeah, I think it's really cool just to experience, like you said, not only just the youth, but also the high school kids to also come out and interact with the youth, and just for them to see, you know, the game of football on different levels. So from high school all the way up to the pros, it's definitely a special event, and I'm glad to be a part of it. The benefit from this is far greater than what any dollar amount could be. So, I mean, especially when it comes to free camps, I feel like why not? I can't, you know, help but to think back on how much it impacted me just to see, you know, professional athletes come back and do stuff like this, host camps, and just interact with us. So it definitely did a major thing for me, and it inspired me to, you know, strive and be the best that I could be so I could be in their shoes.
And with the season just around the corner, I had to ask Roshan a question regarding the up-and-coming NFL season for all the Bears fans in Rockford.
Yeah, offseason is going great. Ben Johnson, he's doing a great job of installing everything and bringing in a new type of culture, a new type of feel to the program. And I'm excited. I think it's a real exciting just to be a Bears fan, just to be a Bears player, and just, you know, be a part of it. I think we got some good things to look ahead of.